Hi, everyone. I'm Kelsey, and you're watching the Box Officers podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. We ask that you leave us a little star rating or review wherever you're listening to this episode. Watching a bad movie is like witnessing a serious crime, but have no fear, the box officers are here. Each episode, we typically review a movie, and at the end of the episode, we rank the film according to the severity of punishment. So films can be convicted of a felony, a misdemeanor, an infraction, or on the rare occasion, found innocent. But this episode's different. I'm not here with Georgette or J-Pat. I am here with Aisha, Blessing, and Aniya. I called in the officers from the county over to review Love Island USA. So if you're not up to date on Love Island USA, this is season 7. We're doing weeks 1 through 3. If you haven't seen it, you got to leave now. We're going to ruin the whole thing. But if you have seen it, we can get into the episode. So I originally watched like Love Island UK before getting into USA. And last year was the first time that I felt like USA surpassed the UK. And based on that, I was like, basically all the people this season, I thought they were going to try to imitate the level of like, imitate PPG, imitate the vibes. And so it wasn't going to give like as good as last year gave. Did y'all think this was going to flop? Or did y'all think, oh no, we're doing good, so this year's going to get better and next year's going to be even better? What were y'all thinking? Not all at once.
I'm gonna go. Okay, honestly, I thought it was gonna flop, not because of the Islanders, but because of the fans and the new fans that came. I thought their hate was gonna impact the show, whether it was good or not.
Yeah, okay. Also, can I ask you a question real quick? I noticed that y'all are sitting next to each other sharing headphones, but why would you not switch them and put them on the ones closest to?
This was her idea. She wanted it like this. I don't know why she wanted it like this. I didn't have expectations for this season because I just didn't. Last season was really good, but I didn't expect this season to be good or bad. Like, I'm just watching to see what's going to happen.
Okay.
Hey, I've been watching Love Island too, not as deep as you have, but like I hadn't heard anything about the previous seasons. Then season 6 was really good, and so I thought season 7 was gonna fall off. It was gonna go quiet again.
Yeah, basically. Same. I was like,
Basically.
the USA has always been like second to UK in my opinion, and then Australia's like third. But I don't know. They've been eating. The budget went up in a few ways. Did y'all know that they actually used to, for Love Island USA, they used to shoot it on the rooftop of a hotel in Vegas? Like, look at us now.
Not in Fiji.
Yeah.
Megan Thee Stallion in Fiji.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Growth.
I wonder if they're mad than people who was on that hotel rooftop.
Well, I would be so mad.
I mean, if you were in the beginning seasons, can you really be mad?
It has to start somewhere.
No, the budget went up at some point very quickly. Okay, so for some reason this year, I mean, maybe they've been doing it before and I just wasn't like locked in online or something, but everyone has a client list. And so we're going to put our attorney hats on, take off the sheriff hat, put on the attorney hat.
Not the sheriff hat.
My current clients, and this is as of an hour ago, I have Alandria is always going to be on my client list. She'd have to do something bonkers to get cut. My number one client, we spend most of our money on her. Then I like to give pennies to Sierra and Hannah. Not well in the sense that like penny sounds derogatory. It's actually
a couple dollars.
It's just because sometimes they're on my list, sometimes they're not. I love them.
Probation.
But sometimes they're on my list, sometimes they're not. But when they're here, we take good care of them. Get them out of jail often. We put our best people on the case every time. What about you guys? Who are your clients?
My client list officially, after seeing tonight's episode, is Alandria, of course, like you said. She cannot be moved. But Shelly, she can do no wrong, but we just got to keep an eye on her. but she can do no wrong. And then Amaya recently has been promoted to the top team. I love her down. And then for the boys, I have decided to recruit Nick after tonight's episode. And in affiliation, we have Sierra.
Okay. I do feel like it's nice that you have him as a client, seeing as he was dropped from my client list today. And I'll be happy to share why later. Aniya, what about you? Who are your
I
clients?
would say Alandria, Shelly, Sierra, Amaya, Nick. It's the same basically.
I thought
Okay.
you liked Pepe.
I don't know about that one.
Do you like Pepe? Okay. He's cool.
He's
Okay,
alright.
Aisha?
Yeah. So mine is basically the same. I have Sierra, Alandria, Shelly, Nick, and I have Taylor. I love Taylor.
He's just so goofy. Like I can't
Wow.
take him
And that's
seriously.
why he's on my list. I wish he was in my city.
Oh.
That man, you can see it in Olandria's eyes that she is losing. I don't know. Her diary
When he
rooms
was
be saying
dancing,
other's, but
When he was dancing and
they
they showed
zoomed
her,
in
she
on
was
her
like,
face in the background. Yikes.
when he broke loose from them chains, all I saw was Jeepers Creepers and
Not
Paw
Jeepers Creepers.
mixed up together. Like, hilarious.
They be scaring me, bro. Okay, so normally I like to rank the movies according to severity of punishment, but this is like a little bit harder because it's a TV show, there's different episodes, whatever. So we are going to be ranking our islanders. We have at the top, felony, worst of the worst, misdemeanor, infraction, and innocent. We're going to start off with one of our big talking points of this season, Ace. That man's getting a felony from me. And I'm
I
sorry to
also
his people, but
I
because they
second
gonna
that.
come for me.
Felony.
They gonna come for
I'm
me
gonna
online.
give him a misdemeanor.
Same.
He's very like pushing the boundary, but I just he's messy, but he don't be lying. But he messy. But I
it's
don't
like,
think
why
he
are
deserve
you
a
messy?
felony. But
It
let
makes
Yeah.
me feel like he's playing a game. Like, are you trying to ruin Jeremiah and Huda because at the time you thought like
I
if they
don't-
win, you don't get money? That's how he came off. Because why are you
But
that
I feel like
invested
if
in
he
another man's
wanted the
relationship?
money, he would not like move the way he moving. I don't know.
I
Yeah,
thought he was
'cause-
doing it to give us like slow burn, so then when him and Shelly finally coupled up, we'd be like, oh, finally my lovers are together, let's give them the money. So I feel like he was playing me, and that insulted my intelligence because I could see right through you. I know exactly what you are.
He told Amaya, he said, "Don't touch me, don't look
Yes,
at
look
me,
at me,
don't
don't
even
even
talk
say
to
my
me."
name.
Yes, and I will throw that back in there. So basically, he was actually like fine with me until the Amaya situation, because even if the producers made him couple up with her, and I don't think they can do that on a show that has like prize money, I feel like he regardless didn't have to treat her that way. Like not saying goodnight, you don't even have to sleep next to her in bed, like touching her, just like sleeping outside is crazy.
Yeah.
Telling that girl you won't give her a hug, but telling her you're like, I don't like physical touch. You go hug someone in the bed right next to her. She says, can I get a hug goodnight? Respectfully, no. Like, do you hate her?
He
I'm
hates her
sorry. I
bad.
like that she tried to like clock him on the dock, because that man needs to be humbled quickly.
That's when she got her first application, actually, when she was talking to him on the dock.
Yes. Yes. Well, yes. Okay. Period. So, I mean, we're all in the same ballpark about Ace, I guess. You guys will get here soon.
Oh, we'll
believe
see.
you. I
We'll
believe
see. You believe he's gonna make it to a felony?
Yes, he is 4'11", light skinned, messy, name tatted on his back.
you taking this part
Whack him again. Whack him again.
All he gonna do is look at you and smile and lick his lips.
Man, he started going like,
Like, he literally cackled when Huda, or we recoupled Irish with Jeremiah. He literally was cackling, bro. There was no background music. It was just him laughing, bro.
Everybody was cackling, bro.
I feel like
That's what they wanted.
no, they got a little quiet, like snigger, like to the side. But no, that man was like
What?
head
cackling,
rolled back, like,
guffawed.
Guffawed.
oh
I
man.
was like, that's wickedness. That's joy. That was joy deep in his
They was
heart,
preying on their downfall since the beginning.
literally. And I have to just ask, like, why do you care
Why?
that
He
much?
wanted
Like,
Huda.
at first, I do believe that. I
Maybe
do
at
believe
first,
at
but
least the
now-
first No,
No.
now he's just sick of her. But I just feel like, why are you that invested in another man's
Too
relationship?
invested, yeah.
Now I have to question your motives because you clearly hate Jeremiah, so you're not doing it for his good.
But there's like nothing else going on in the house.
I guess.
And they're like, I don't remember what I
Yeah.
said yesterday.
Y'all gonna hate me.
Crazy. Okay. Well, now I have to ask about Austin. As a box officer representative, I want like music playing in the background. I would just like to say that we are speaking on Austin the Islander. And his views do not represent this institution, this podcast. Let's continue. So I would say that Austin, in my book, gets an infraction. Austin the Islander gets an infraction. That made us hilarious. And he genuinely was treating my girl Shelly right. And I feel like, well, why the hesitation?
Right?
I feel like I like that he was kind of low-key down bad for her. Like, he seemed like he really wanted her. And I like that he was kind of like, Shayla.
It's like he didn't really do much for her to chase her. Was he even bringing her breakfast like that? They didn't.
You're
mention
absolutely
her, like,
right.
one time.
He said,
I retract my
Ace,
statement.
Tired of being in this triangle.
right. Ace was gonna do this and now it failed, so now I'll do it.
Y'all are absolutely right. I retract my statement. But he is funny.
He is funny.
And I do feel like, based on like the things other people are saying about him, like they're like clearly fond of him. So I guess he's like a good friend to my girls. And I like it's the little things for me. Like when Charlie was like low-key hurt that Hannah and Pepe were like doing something and he was in the kitchen making his guacamole by himself. And Austin was like, oh, I'll help you make guacamole. And it's like the little things. I'm like, that's so kind. So I appreciate it. I like him.
yeah, he's really funny. He's freaky though. He is a freaky.
He is freaky.
He said, I enjoyed watching.
When Huda was dancing on Jeremiah, and then it just panned to Austin looking at him, and then when Ariana
was
spanked
so-
him, he's like, "I've been bad. Don't hold back." Like, down, boy.
He literally
wow.
bit over for Ariana to spank him. Why are you tooted up in front of Meg Thee Stallion? That's a freak. Somebody got to match his freak. Yeah, okay. Now this one, let me jump around. Let's do something easy. Jalen, innocent.
Well, do we really need to talk about people who
Innocent.
I'm like, he's innocent, but he's irrelevant. Not irrelevant, and not like, I mean, he's not there anymore. Innocent and evicted. Apparently, he's getting a lot of brand deals or something. Really?
Yeah, they love him.
Yeah.
He got his passport to go to Fiji and he was only there for like 4 days. So now everybody's like,
That's
we're
a
gonna
regular
send
trip.
you worldwide. Yeah.
I love how they're uplifting our boy Jalen. The
I hope he don't get
community has
exposed anytime soon.
Girl, they're gonna find something.
What would they
Yeah.
find? He was so sweet.
They found something of the other people last season. People was getting exposed.
You so
That
right.
boy Kendall.
Everybody,
Yeah.
Booty pics?
everybody. Well, you never go on one of these shows. Let's get into Pepe. Pepe Le Pew.
Innocent for now.
I don't even want to call him innocent. Like,
Did y'all
No,
see him
I
and
get
Hannah
that.
What? Oh, in the bed?
in the bed? In the bed?
They got
Man,
is that the same?
I hope not.
What? Oh, I don't know.
I'm sure it is.
I hope Charlie not watching. Somebody said Charlie said he's not gonna watch anymore. I hope not.
I
shouldn't.
Yeah,
He
I
really
seen he said
shouldn't.
he's not gonna watch. He's not watching, but I don't
Please
know.
don't. Charlie.
he really can't.
Ouch, that really hurt. Charlie.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Pepe, I mean, like, yes, he's innocent, but I agree with Blessing. I don't even want to call that man that because something within him I could tell is at bare minimum an infraction. So I'm just going to preemptively label him as that. I'm so sorry. It's not right. It's not right.
Is
Is
it because
that
of the way
right?
he looks?
Innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, it's in the American court system.
Oh.
It's in the box office.
Not in the box officer. Okay.
How
Somebody,
old is Pepe?
He said he needed to get his hands on some sacred drops.
Some what? Sacred job?
Please.
What?
She said what?
Somebody said it. You didn't see maybe in the challenge when that hair was wet and some things looked a little fake.
Now keep an eye out going for it. Maybe he'll get a sponsorship, a little brand deal.
Hey, we all need a little sacred. We all need a little sacred.
Period. Okay. What about, okay, well, so speaking of Charlie, I loved Charlie.
Yeah. In the end, yes. In the end.
Yeah.
In the
Sure.
end, I
In
would
the
say he finished innocent to me.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry,
I
but
liked
Yeah.
him more towards the end.
when he pleaded his case, I'm sorry, but that was hilarious.
That was the funniest freaking thing I had seen on that show in a long time. It was the way Amaya was like, "No, Charlie, no, don't do it."
Shelly was like,
We
Charlie,
don't
stop.
want to do it. We don't want to do it.
Coming to my company now.
Even
my
Shelly,
gosh.
even Shelly was
She
like,
said,
"Charlie, don't."
They thought he was
do
finna
that."
selfie bitch. He
He
said,
said, "Actually, what you guys don't know."
we just had a good chat. We looked in each other's eyes for the first time.
Oh my gosh.
Hannah
Like,
made
I
her
sent him
choice.
to Big Brother quickly. Like, that was
Yeah.
hilarious. I've never like that was hilarious. So like
Poor Charlie.
uncharacteristic.
Everybody
from what I had
literally
seen as well.
crying, wailing, booing. He's like, guys, can you just hear me for 1 second? No, nobody listening to you.
That
Now get your
was
30 minutes and get your bags.
Dang.
Why 30
that
minutes
was
though?
crazy.
Say their
That was
goodbyes.
so funny. That was funny.
Because they gotta go to
Yeah,
bed.
they didn't always give people 30 minutes. I feel like that's what they be doing when they don't like or care for
feel like-
people.
Last season, I remember they did that for like somebody, and I was like, oh, that's shady because they ain't never said that before. They said you
Right.
have
They
30
gave
minutes.
him like 5 minutes, so like 10 minutes.
Last season?
Yeah.
Who was it?
He had them bright white teeth. He reminded me of some like UFC boxer. I don't know.
Okay, what about my boy Taylor?
Innocent.
He got an infraction, actually.
Why?
What?
Because the way he's not treating Alondra the way she needs to be treated.
He's working
It's
It's
on
like
it.
pulling teeth.
It is
Well-
like pulling teeth. The fact that Ace had to tell him, like, bro, you need to do this, like, nobody should have to tell you to do that for your girl if you like her for real.
I feel like they just started off as friends, so he was treating her like a friend for a little bit.
But
So
so
he
do
had-
you think that
needed
he
that
actually,
push.
like, thinks that she's attractive? Like, do you think that?
That's not
He'd
his
be
type.
crazy not to.
He's
But I feel
waiting
like
for
if
Carrie
you-
Underwood.
That's not his type. That's his type.
Because I'm like, if you think somebody is attractive, like, you would want to
You
do
should
this
already want
stuff.
to, yeah.
Yeah, nobody should have to
Correct.
tell you, like, bro, you need to step it
Even
up.
when they had their first kiss out the
I guess.
challenge, it was giving
Yeah.
and she was like, "Oh, that was our first kiss out the challenge."
Yeah.
She was like, like we're not exercising this moment.
I felt like he did not want to do it.
Dang. So you believe the rumors
What rumors?
that he likes
I
white
don't.
girls?
I thought you was
I was
talking
gonna say
about
I don't
another
even need
rumor.
to know the rumor. The answer is yes, I do believe it because
And that's
he.
Well, yes, it's okay, but you will not be treating Alondra like that. and
I
stay
feel
in
like
this
he's
house for long.
definitely right. I feel like he's using her as like a safety net or something. And I think he's fond of her, but not romantically.
I feel like in these last couple seasons, it's gotten a lot stronger. I mean, not seasons, episodes.
Episodes. I feel that. I feel that. Yeah.
For her,
But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Do you
I don't
think
know.
they'll make it past Casa?
I
no.
think so. Why?
Well, if prayers are answered, then no, they won't. I believe that she should have a man come in like with Jalen's energy, but that she is also like interested in it. I feel like Jalen had the right energy, but she was like not feeling him. So I'm just waiting for that energy and the right man for her. Taylor,
Yeah.
he needs to he's so focused on being like a little silly goose.
The court jester,
That
if you will.
Well, yes, and I feel like he's not giving anything in terms of that. He did one dance lesson with her. Whoop-dee. Like, I
They
don't
did
care.
yoga.
Okay.
Whatever kind of
Like,
yoga
I
that
just feel
was.
like
Okay.
I still don't feel like something about him. Like when I look at him, look at her, I'm just like something is being dishonest right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Just a little infraction. Just a little
Yeah, just an
infraction.
Yeah,
infraction.
infraction for sure. What about our new bombshell? I don't even know if we could say anything. Do we like him or not? TJ.
Yeah.
I like him.
He's giving more than
Me too.
Jalen and Pepe already.
Yeah, I think he is
Okay,
too.
for sure.
He is cute like a werewolf.
Like, I feel like we know more about him than Pepe, and he's been there longer.
So would we say innocent? 2 days
Yeah.
He's innocent. And I would like to
Innocent,
see him
yeah.
in real life.
Okay.
Correct. Let's get to digging. What about in the sense that okay, cut that. Okay, so what about my good brother Nick? I go
He's
back and forth on
innocent.
Nick.
He's innocent.
I'm gonna give him an
He's
infraction.
innocent.
Why are you
feel
giving
like-
the infraction?
Because I low-key, for a second there, it was giving, like, groupie. And I didn't really like that. Like, why are we supporting Ace in his shenanigans? Like, Ace is right in that Jeremiah and Huda were doing too much. But, like, the way they were doing it, it's like your motives aren't even, like, genuine. Y'all are just looking for someone to dogpile on. The only reason why I wouldn't rate him higher is because it seemed like this episode, he was trying to say, like, I do feel bad. I feel like everyone's against Huda. I feel like it's not fair. So I think he's coming back to, like, some independence. I also don't like the way that, like, for some reason, Jeremiah thinks they're besties, but then Nick constantly, like, undermines him in challenges. Like, will be like, who do you think you should vote off the island? And he'll say Jeremiah and stuff. And I'm like, you're obviously, like, there's a miscommunication
I thought
there.
that was because maybe he didn't want to choose Huda.
But, like, I don't know. You could have picked, like, if you want to cop out, you could have picked someone that we obviously know you want to stay. Like, you could have done it to Ace and we would have known, like, oh, he's just copping out, whatever. But, like, Jeremiah, it's like you undermine him so much, like, in regular conversation that it feels like, you know, weird. Or, like, he'll be with the Huda thing, like, asking him all these, like, questions, kind of egging him on in front of other people as well.
Yeah,
and
that
it's
was
like, if you
annoying.
really care, like, maybe you'd pull him to the side, and he did. But it's like, why are you acting like that in front of other people? Like, it was weird to me. But outside of that, I do like him. I also think, low-key, him and Sierra were just intimate last night. Why are you kissing this woman's inner thigh during this challenge? Like, you don't have to do all that.
I
I'm
think he was
sorry.
getting a little too caught up in the moment or something. I don't know.
Putting the
Once
blindfold
you're
on.
like, it's literally like, I get it's a game, but once you cross that point of literal physical intimacy with somebody, you cannot be doing that much.
Yeah.
You
Just
can kiss
last
her,
night.
but like, tone it down. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, we ain't even changed the sheets yet. Like, it's
Oh.
it's housekeeping ain't even come in and change the bedding. So it's like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's a bit soon to be all up in. I'm talking about in it. Like, it's early. It's early. Calm down. I did not like that, and that is why he has to have an infraction.
It's just a challenge.
Like, shut up. But he's hilarious. He's hilarious. And when he's good, he's genuinely so kind, and I really like him. But no, innocent is a bit much.
Might I add, that challenge was disgusting. That was the worst thing I've seen.
That's what my mom, she
Oh,
just
now
called me
spit.
about. She
Yes.
said that challenge was so nasty.
Yeah.
And then they're dumping the milk on somebody else.
They took that
Oh.
too far. Like,
It
who
got
thought
in
that was a good
Hannah's mouth.
idea?
Production.
That's what I'm saying. I was
Right.
like,
They would have to send
Hannah,
me
close
home.
your mouth. It
Bruh,
was
her mouth
disgusting.
was wide open when they splashed it on her. I said, that's disgusting.
Ew. Jeez.
That's disgusting.
I think
Didn't have the
even
time
though-
of his life.
No, this one was nasty, but I feel like the one from last season was a little bit worse.
The food
too.
one?
Because it was like ketchup.
That was
and
way
Yeah,
mustard,
that one was
like,
pretty gross
hot
too.
dog or
Yeah.
something. I'm like,
But wasn't that the baseball one from the couple episodes ago?
no, they had
I
to stand
mean-
in the line and go through a line, and the last person spit in the bucket.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's
Why
disgusting.
are you doing this? Like
That's nasty.
for the money?
Okay, I'll give him an infraction. Innocent. Yeah, okay. Low convictions. But this one may be divisive. Jeremiah?
Jeremiah is just a boy. No, he gets I'm gonna give him a misdemeanor. I don't know, but no, he's not
I would
innocent.
say misdemeanor too. He could have acted up. He could have got that felony, but he didn't.
Yeah, he did it. His therapy
Yeah.
saved him to just give him a misdemeanor. But he's not innocent, and not innocent enough for infraction.
I am going to give. I disagree. He is innocent. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to give him an infraction because I feel like if there were more like screen time on his like offenses, then I could be like, okay, misdemeanor, felony. But based on what I've seen and what I've seen alone, not what I'm assuming, what I've seen, him and Huda were both like doing too much in the beginning. And like, okay, fine. But where things really got out of hand was like after Iris came in, the way she reacted versus the way he reacted. I do believe that he is also toxic. Like, why are you spraying your cologne on her stuff? Things like that. Whatever. I do believe that he, you know, they were also intimate. They were in the shower together, like, episode 4, like,
Yeah.
you know, so he's a contributor here too. However, I do think that based on her actions and like her outbursts, he handled it like fairly. And I feel like people were getting on to him because they were like, if you really cared, like, you wouldn't have recoupled in that last like recoupling. But I'm like, no, he went up to her. He said, can we start over, start like from friends and build up? And people were like, we can't be friends after all you've done. But it's like, no, he's like saying, let's like back up because you've talked to me crazy in front of my friends a lot, and I still want to try with you. And she said, no, leave me alone. So he can do what he wants now. And they were mad at him for voting her out. I don't think he should vote to keep her. Honestly, I don't see anything wrong with those parts. And I do not think that man is innocent. I do think there are reasons behind the scenes that, like, okay, obviously he expressed some level of interest in her for her to think that he and her are that locked in. However, like, there was a point where I could clearly see that he was saying no, like, let's, you know, slow down, let's diffuse the situation. And she was not open to that. So in that regard, I'm going to give him an infraction. But I do believe if I could see the behind the scenes, he probably would be given a misdemeanor. I just can't tell you why he would get one right now. You know?
That's fair.
Yeah. I'm not a Jeremiah apologist. I do not want the because, you know, even the shoulda, coulda, woulda, that wasn't necessary.
He said hood is cooked. Like, okay.
Like, that's why I'm like, he's definitely not innocent, but he's not getting a felony. But those are all our men. Let's get into my girls. Belle Dasha.
I'm gonna give her infraction?
Really?
I mean, she's not a bad person, but for you to try to come on this show and try to be like, it's nothing against her, but like try to be like more modest. Like, do you see what's going on in this show? Like, it's just, I don't think she was meant for that show, but I still love her. Like, she's a good person, but it's just not the show for her.
Imagine if she was here when Megan was here. What was she gonna do?
Yeah, like, was she finna be twerking and doing all that?
What was she gonna do when she was hooked up to the wall?
The first challenge, she was already going.
But
so she had to wrap that up.
That almost made me like even more upset because you came in here saying you were going to act a certain way, like, oh, I have these values, these boundaries, and then you dropped them at the first challenge. Like, I low-key am like, I wish she had stood on business. If you're going to come in here, you're going to say that because nobody made you have these like rules. If you're going to say that, you got to stand by it, because otherwise now I think like she's just talking. Also, speaking of talking, what was the accent about? I'm just saying.
I don't know.
I'm a Bella apologist.
Don't know.
That is not a black accent per se. She live in Hawaii, and they do have that Hawaiian pidgin accent.
When did she move to Hawaii? 2 years
That's
ago.
what I was trying to figure out as well.
When
When
did
did
she
she
move
move
to
to Hawaii?
She's been there for at least 6 months, then I'm gonna call it innocent.
6 months?
We go to London and you just get around the London people and start talking about the London accent. So she's been in Hawaii at least 6 months. Then she can get that Hawaiian pidgin language. I'm gonna give her that. That's what I believe. That's what I choose to believe for her.
But take away the accent, the language, like the word choice, it sounds like someone typed in ChatGPT, send a Gen Zer onto Love Island USA, and that's how she like sounded when she talked. I think the girl is beautiful. I also just want to put out there, I was gonna give her an infraction also. Awesome girl, like face, body, T, whole thing. But like the words she used don't make sense to me. Like, what about our girl? Okay, let's talk about our queen Aniya.
Innocent.
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 I think she's innocent.
No, we don't want to do it.
I don't want to do that though. I don't want to do that.
She's innocent, bro.
She is funny. I love her. And I like that she stands up for herself. And she stands up for her girls. She stands up for her people.
When she stood up to Huda, and she said, I think it was inappropriate that you went and talked to Jeremiah.
I like her a lot.
She redid her hair looking real good.
Why she's not one of my clients? I would be very interested in taking her on at this firm. What about our new bombshell? Well, okay, we have a few recent people. How do we feel about Andrina?
The streets is saying she's a Miguel level bombshell.
This is a bombshell. They brought in a bunch. These two right here, because them last ones.
This is like a Pearl Harbor, like.
Okay, but listen, Miguel did something. Please, Miguel level is literally like that. I'm going to, she's a beautiful woman, but Miguel literally changed my brain chemistry. Like, that was actually, because, and I'm sorry, like, when you have a Miguel versus someone like Andrina, the reason why I feel like it's not that level is because all the girls are, Andrina's bad, but all our girls are really pretty. All our girls are, like, giving. When you have someone like, a man that's good looking comes into the house, and that man is not just good looking, he looks like Miguel. That is something that, like, the tectonic plates in the earth is starting to shift. It like that's just
something that
it's more
will
impactful
make you,
when it's a guy.
It'll make you get in the kitchen and make 3 different types of eggs and bring it up to him while he's talking to your friend. That's the kind of.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, babe. He said he wanted 3 types of eggs.
Yeah.
And it's here hot and ready. Please. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
Right? Why would I let this get cold?
Why would I let his eggs get cold? You know how eggs are when they get cold. Like, I'm sorry.
I feel like there's so many beautiful women and the men are,
Yeah.
you know, at best. And I feel like, why do they keep getting fed? Like, they don't deserve her type, I guess. I don't know. So,
Yeah, not at
but
all.
I like her, and she's innocent to me for now.
Wait, some people think that they're going to bring way finer boys at Casa. I don't have hope because they never do, though.
I hope so.
They never do.
They need to.
Kelsey, we already know who they need to bring in. Miguel's friend. He needs to get on the
Which
show.
one?
Who was his
Because
friend?
which
No
one?
one. Who was on Too Hot to Handle?
No,
Louis.
he's trash. He's trash. He's not there for love. He's just there to be icon. He's literally trash. He's a what is it called? You know how they call girls man eaters? He's like a woman eater. Womanizer. Like, no.
This is Love
Just for-
Island.
Just for the visuals, bro.
Just for the Casa part? Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? F it. Go ahead. Bring it in.
We just need a temptress. Like,
Yeah. There's only one guy that can do this job. What about my girl, Hannah?
She's gonna get an infraction.
Infraction tonight.
yeah.
Like, Charlie, bro, like, his aroma is still in the air, bro.
Not his aroma.
Hannah
Like-
herself said the body ain't even dead yet, or the body ain't even cold yet, and I'm going on a date or whatever.
She was funny. She was funny for that. She's really funny. She's super cute, and I
She
think
is
that
funny.
she's a good, fun time.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like she's having a fun time. So,
Oh yeah, she's having a
Right.
great time.
the infraction is in honor of my dude Charlie, but
She did him dirty, bro. When she went to go make out with Pepe, like,
did it twice.
girl, she was
It's
grinding
just
on him and
sad.
everything.
Man.
it is sad because right before they left, like, they did have that conversation, and she was
Yeah.
like, I'm not kissing him anymore. So it seemed
Yeah.
like she had, like, come to her senses, which is why I had took her on partially as a client, allowed my interns to take care of her. But, you know, she's making it hard for me because now people are like, well, she didn't really care about Charlie. No, Charlie's gone and she's moving on, so it's okay. But, you know, I don't know. I get it. I see both sides. I'm going to give her an infraction also.
And she cried so hard, and it's like, dang girl, you should go with him low key. You crying this hard?
No.
Was it now you're sending 3 home?
You went right back in that bed.
She said, you're still here. Okay. No, for sure. I like her though. That's my girl. What about our other girl? She's not quite a bombshell. I mean, she is a bombshell, but she's not new.
No, you're
Sister,
right.
She's been here. No.
Oh my.
Like, girl, Iris.
Iris is cute.
She's innocent, yeah.
But you know what?
Innocent.
You're gonna get a whooping because why did you stand behind Huda after she did Black?
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
understand that. I didn't
Have a
understand that
backbone. You don't
one.
gotta, we know
Me
you're nice.
either.
You don't have to be overly nice just to, like, you know.
She was
Why did
bullying her, lying on her. You would have been going home.
Sit behind him.
Yeah.
He was still gonna go home even if she stood behind him.
Right.
So
Didn't they come in together?
yeah, they came in together.
Mm-mm.
That did confuse me.
She's really chill. Like,
Yeah, she seemed like
cute.
down to earth.
yeah.
What about Olandria?
She's
Innocent.
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 Yeah.
She could never
That's
commit
it,
a
like,
crime with a face like
Yeah.
that.
She's done no wrong.
Man, when she was twerking, oh my
I said
God.
we have to get her to the heartbreak challenge immediately.
I forgot about that.
Because for Megan, Meg said she got screenshots of her booty in her phone.
That is like the highest praise one could receive.
Yes.
Meg asking you what's the booty routine?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like,
The
That's crazy.
stallion, mind you,
the stallion.
came to you and asked for your routine.
Right.
Y'all could not tell me nothing after that.
No,
Like,
for real. Like,
nobody else's opinion mattered.
Matter of fact, I'm just gonna go home. I heard everything I needed from this
Like, Meg,
experience.
let me come with you, Meg. You leaving, I'm leaving too. Like,
Yeah.
I was screaming so hard when they brought her. Like, I want to meet Meg. Like, why are y'all meeting Meg? Like, I'm jealous right now. What do you mean? They were just talking to Meg in the makeup room.
Yeah.
Like,
And she knows you, and like, bro, she been watching you for weeks.
For sure.
She said, "I do be watching." She looked at Huda. She said, "My friend, my friend."
she said, I want to see some more smiles.
She handled that really well, though. It was
Yeah.
a very kind way of
Right.
saying, "Pull it together."
She told
Yeah.
Iris, she said, "Be for real. How are you?"
I thought, yeah, she's so personable. I thought it was such a nice treat. So
That was a nice
It like
touch,
made it more
too.
positive because it was rough.
'cause
Yeah, it was-
to the point where I was
dark.
like, I just want to smile when I
Ooh.
watch TV. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
It was a
everybody
nice
was
reset.
like, this is
Even the
funny, funny.
Islanders were like, yeah, like
And
they
we
didn't have no
watching.
energy.
We watching and we dream. They there, no phone.
Yeah.
I know they was over
I know they
it.
was talking to the lady.
They was irritated.
yeah, it was crazy. So, what
Yeah.
do we think about Miss Shelley?
You know, I do love Shelly, but
I want to give her an infraction.
I want to give her one too, just like a little, like
Yeah.
Maybe.
yeah, she need a little ticket, like
Yeah.
Why?
We could give her, like,
Take
a
an
speeding
eight?
ticket.
Verbal warning.
verbal warning.
Why? Why
She
are you
just
accusing my client?
doing.
You said she what?
She just wasn't doing anything. Like, everybody's like coming to her, setting up dates with her, making her food, and she just like sitting there in the love
Yeah,
triangle.
she's kind of just like in the middle. She wasn't really
Austin,
making a
yeah.
decision for real.
Yeah, she wasn't. She didn't want to be real.
And she knew
like
she didn't
Austin,
want to be
though.
with Austin for real, but
Yeah.
I feel it
kept
though.
out
She trying to stay in the game. So I mean, do what you gotta do. But
But it's just like, I feel like you had ample time to make a decision. And if you really wanted Ace, and the only reason you're with Austin is because Ace is dragging you along, now I'm starting to question you. Like, why do you want Ace still if he's not picking you? And like, obviously, like, she was like, "Oh, this was such a long time coming." So you've been wanting him. I'm sure you've communicated that. And it's like, one, you're wrong to use Austin in that way. But let's say it's not wrong. Whatever. I just feel like she's so pretty. She's so smart. Like, why are you a beautiful 27-year-old goddess down bad for a 22-year-old minion? I don't like
Wait.
that. And I can't get behind that kind of energy.
He's
How
22.
You heard
22.
me.
How old is Shelly?
27.
27.
Oh.
That's
Right,
not gonna
so
make it
now-
past Casa.
It won't. I just felt like that was just very, as Amaya would say, your crown is tilting kind of energy. I just feel like,
love her.
stand up. Like, why is he
Yeah.
allowed to
Okay.
not pick you, and then
She
you
can get the
still
ticket.
wait
We'll
3
handle it.
weeks? You waited 3 weeks for this man to choose you. I don't like that. That man, the second another bombshell, the second Iris came in, he gonna bring her breakfast and not you. And you don't stand on any
that
kind of
threw me
business.
off.
don't
I was like,
that.
what?
And
Yeah,
I feel
I feel
like
like-
I can't watch that.
Every time somebody come in, he started rubbing them hands together and licking them lips.
But I
Even
still
in the
think they look cute
challenge.
together.
Yeah, for now, I guess. She looked cute. Like,
That's true.
I do feel like even in that last challenge, I think Meg asked, like, "Oh, are y'all excited or something?" And he was like, "Oh, we're very
Yes,
excited."
Yes. Yeah. What's up?
Like,
Oh.
and why do we still, and I
Huda
know,
was like, Shelly, take note.
Yeah, yeah.
and I was like, now, Huda, not,
But
you
she
don't get
being
to speak
real.
right now. But I just felt like it was one of those things where I was like, okay, I know these are things that he's doing wrong, but you're getting associated with him in my head. So now I'm like looking at you kind of like, you guys are annoying on my screen. But that's all. If she leaves him, like, she'll be good in my book.
Just make it to Casa.
Sure. We'll see.
Hmm?
What about my Queen Sierra?
She's innocent.
I think she's innocent.
Yeah,
She was
innocent.
like
Well, yes.
so like well spoken and like the most
Yeah.
stylish one.
Yeah.
Mm.
Chill.
I like
Yes.
Sierra.
Down to
Yes.
earth. I keep getting that ad, whatever ad she's in. It's like on my TikTok every day.
Her?
Is it a makeup
Yeah.
ad or like something
It's
like that?
some kind of skincare.
Yeah,
ad
some.
or
Okay,
something.
yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
I keep getting Jeremiah, like, in his
What ad is
jewelry
he
thing.
in?
It's like
the
a
jewelry?
jewelry thing.
I keep getting Shelly with her braid in here.
Now, my last but not least, Huda Beauty.
She's gonna get that felony, but she's
Felony?
working her way in. She's in what is it called? Yeah. Well, no.
We
I don't
can
know.
possibly she's appealing her charges, and I think there's a
Yeah.
possibility
There's a possibility.
for her to be brought down to a misdemeanor. But right now, I also give her a felony.
She can't take accountability, and she's always like lying.
Yes, the lying was
scary.
crazy.
I
Like,
can't wait till movie night. I can't
oh
wait.
boy.
She'll still be there.
I hope
yeah.
so. I want to
That's why
see
they're
it.
saving her. Yeah.
She said that's what they say with her. I want to see it.
Man, she
But
said,
she's
yeah,
doing
everybody
better.
said we're moving in.
Like, when did he say that?
I'm like, I just watched, because before I was like, okay, this man could be lying to her in private, and they're just not putting in the clips of
Yeah.
him telling her these things, and it makes her look crazy when she's not. But then one, why would everybody else who is there in person also think she's crazy? And then two, now I've seen it for myself. Like, you completely twisted that conversation
Yeah.
to suit your narrative. And even with the Iris thing, he was like, she's not my type. And
Yeah.
he
When
was
did he say
like,
all
he
that?
thinks she's unattractive. And I was like, that's not the same thing. And if he did say that, why on earth would you bring that up right now?
Yeah.
He
That's
still didn't choose
crazy.
you, even after he told you that. He still didn't choose
And
you.
calling people outside of their names over and over and over and over and over again
Over
is
and
crazy.
over.
And then wondering why
But
he
I
didn't
feel
choose you.
like, right. And I think she's getting better, but we'll see if it
see.
lasts. But for now, unfortunately, beautiful woman, beautiful justice.
Yes.
But
yes.
She is. When she
That's
had
why
on
it
that
makes me so
corset and
sad.
the fishnets,
Some people said it was
she
giving
put on
Party
her
City
best outfit
witch
that night.
costume.
I'm not Party City Witch.
I said, I'm in enemy territory. I thought she looked good. They said that was giving Halloween costume.
They're hating.
I was gonna say,
But
those are the
tonight's
real haters.
episode, when she was trying to talk to what's his name, TJ,
But with the straight hair,
She was eating.
she looked
but
good, but TJ was not feeling her.
Huda is
he
very.
started rubbing his eyes.
Guys, she's trying to make eye contact, and he's just like, anyway. Like, she's very delusional because she was like, when she was talking to Pepe, she was like, I saw how you kept looking at me. And then she was like, in the challenge, when I was kissing the boys, they kept moaning. And she's talking to TJ, he's blushing. What are you seeing that I'm not seeing? Like,
I'm trying to support her.
It's
I'm trying to
hard.
support her, but she
Man.
makes it
It's
very
hard.
hard. And I am not a seasoned attorney. I can't take on a client like that. I'm not. I can't get you off.
Client
No.
like that.
I
She's
can't
better
get
than
you
me
off.
because they kept dunking that
That
milk
milk,
on
You can
her.
see she getting
I
Bro,
was
you can see she was getting
yeah.
mad.
I
Yeah.
think anybody would.
That would have hurt my feelings. So, like the things they were like doing it for after.
But
so you can
those
only get
questions
dumped
are
on you
so
many times.
messy.
Mm-hmm.
It got messier and messier. Who do you think should leave the villain? Like, wait,
Like-
what?
And
It got
Nick
messier and
dumping that
messier.
on Jeremiah won't ever really sit right with me. But I'll have to ask him about it when he comes back home after the show.
Girl,
So,
him and
let's.
Andrea.
Mm.
Well, yes, actually, you know what? Actually, that's the solution to all the problems, and I'll be waiting. Actually, like, so I know that I voted for Iris and Jeremiah, and then I also voted for Olandria and Jalen, and then Hannah and Pepe. Did y'all do like the same?
What are you
Whenever
talking
it was
about?
that recoupling?
For the vote for the last recoupling, I did everything except I did Ace and Iris. I wasn't really trying to break Jeremiah and Huda up because I was scared.
Okay, I wanted
I
to
didn't
know.
vote for anything.
Oh,
I didn't watch the episodes in time to vote, so I didn't get to vote.
I think I voted the same as you, Kelsey.
Yeah. How did y'all feel like, okay, so basically that happened, and then we get Hurricane Huda. Thank you, Hannah, for that name, trademark. I feel like there were so many things that happened after that. First of all, that recoupling in itself, we've already talked about it, but Amaya killed me.
I've never seen an outburst in Love Island
I don't
history
want
like
to
that
do
about a
that, though.
recoupling.
I don't want to do that, though. And then
Oh my gosh.
She was crying. He said,
she said,
Yeah.
But I just love that, like, she's so raw with her emotions. Like, she don't hold nothing back.
Molly.
that gif of Ace is easily the best gif we have so far.
she
That
was
was
already
crazy.
crying earlier.
Yeah.
Why are you crying?
Yeah, I was so
Yeah,
confused on that
her
part. I was so confused. I was like, wait, what happened?
Because crying is crazy. And I feel like that was the start of everything. I do think that if Huda and Jeremiah, it's just the way that Huda took that as like, America's trying to warn me about you.
Yeah. But I think it's because the girls, didn't they tell her that? They were like,
Yes.
maybe America is seeing
Trying to save
something.
you.
Yeah.
And
So
I
they
hate
kind of
that they did
planted
that.
that.
Because low key, like, if they hadn't said that, Jeremiah and Huda probably would have been like still seeing each other. And I almost feel bad, but it's like, yeah, that's y'all's fault for not being like able to self-think and be like, okay, let's just think realistically, why would anyone split us up right now? And then regardless of what they're saying, like if we like each other, we'll still go for it. But she instantly crashed out and like self-destructed because of various reasons. She even said to him, do you think America hates me or something?
Like, well,
Yeah.
how
And I
did
was
we
like,
get
he
here?
didn't
Like,
say that.
what?
He's like, girl.
Yeah, she was.
And she was like,
doing a lot.
she said that was my dream date and he knew that.
Like
He's the one who planned it.
When he pulled out Iris's chair, I said, I don't.
Oh,
Man.
oh
I
yes.
don't think she should be.
I thought that she was gonna ask to like leave the show because I was like, she's not gonna be able to handle moving on from him.
If she didn't tighten up, I was going to petition for her to get off of there for her sake.
Wow.
But anyways, yeah, I feel like other Hurricane Huda things, I know she was like, people were really getting onto her for saying like scapegoat, you know? She was like, he's using her as an scapegoat. Like, it was so funny. And she was just like mad. Like everything she said was out of line.
Man.
The I'm
Yeah.
by one.
Oh, that scene, yes. They left one by one because she was going off.
That
They just
actually
be
hurt.
rolling their eyes.
That hurt to watch.
But like you're there all day, every day, and this is just what they've filmed and edited and cut.
Yeah.
Like,
So who
she's been talking about
knows?
this all day.
Yeah.
Said, girl.
Nick
I would've
even
told
told
her.
Jeremiah, he said, I don't want to hear about that.
Because even Alondra finally asked her, so what are your non-negotiables if you're doing all this and you
Yeah.
still can't? She's like, I actually don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yes. It's like, girl, you've been talking this whole time. Now you don't want to talk.
Right.
Okay.
Suddenly there's nothing to say.
Okay, girl.
That was
She's
crazy.
a special character.
Beautiful woman. Love
Yes.
her.
Beautiful, beautiful gowns.
Gal.
Beautiful gal. Oh, our latest recoupling, the way they did that with the doors, first of all, I said they got creative because they knew
They
that
did.
they couldn't have Huda watch Jeremiah or she would have been like literally so intimidating that it would have like ruined the whole recoupling. So they had
Yeah.
to build these doors and hide her behind a locked door, so that we could recouple in peace. Even
Bruh.
earlier
It all
when
worked
they said,
out.
when Pepe and Jalen were like, y'all need to go upstairs. I'm scared for Iris.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
She was
she's
becoming-
not gonna hit her.
She might have.
she
The way she came up on her, like,
She be
why?
boxing,
First of
bro.
all,
Like, tell me everything that happened.
why are you talking to me? Like, what did I do? I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do as a bombshell.
Yeah.
What?
I don't even
and
know
she be
you.
boxing.
Right, I don't
She's
even
a
know
boxer
you.
on the outside. She
And
be
then-
boxing.
What was it? After the recoupling, whenever she was in there talking to Jeremiah, who'd want to come in? Can I sit right there? Can you leave? Like, no.
That was so annoying. Yeah. But yeah, that locked door recoupling. Now, here's, yes, the Huda and Jeremiah thing, whatever. How do we feel about the way the Austin and Shelly thing played out? Like, obviously, it played out how it was supposed to. And I'm like, did they just cut, like, hours of footage where that would have made sense? Because earlier that day, like, it seemed like they both, I mean, I know we saw him connecting with the Maya, so maybe that led to it. But I would have thought that I don't know, they just seemed so unbothered, almost as if like they already had an understanding. So maybe it was just like an unsaid thing, like our time has come to an end.
I think he
don't
kept
know.
saying he's
Yeah.
triangle,
Yeah.
triangle. That was his
I
choice.
think he knew, like, she was
saying-
gonna pick Ace. I
I
think
just
he
hate
knew.
that she didn't tell him, because I would have respected it a lot more if she had just told him like I feel like I'm connecting with him more. That way it's not like a surprise, because she was low-key doing a lot in her like diary room. I think she was like, oh, finally, like this is such a relief that Austin picked Amaya, because I have been waiting on this for so long. And it's like, you never portrayed that unless they cut it out. You never gave that at all. You actually said quite the opposite, because Austin went to her repeatedly and was like, this is how I feel. How do you feel? This is how I feel. How do you feel? And I feel like he gave her so many opportunities to be honest. So it's like, this felt like, I don't know, a lame way to end that to me. But I mean, I'm glad they both picked other people, I guess.
Yeah.
What?
What's his name? Austin? He never told her about Amaya. So she was caught off guard that they was like decided to choose each other. Cause it's like, yeah, he never brought that up. But I understand, like, of course she was always going to choose Ace. But at the same time, she was still like, oh, I didn't even know y'all was like a thing.
I guess it canceled out.
Everything worked
Yeah.
out, so
Yeah, I was nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
so
actually
embarrassing to have that
When
door
the
locked.
door locked.
I would have
oh,
disintegrated. When Jalen went, like,
that's
oh.
embarrassing.
I think he knew though that it was gonna be locked. It's just like you have
When
to do it anyway.
he said, "Can I get a kiss?" after she kissed everybody in the villa,
Like,
lips
Like-
sore, swollen.
That's funny. I feel like even that challenge, I felt so bad for Huda. Like when she dropped to the floor in tears, like behind the door, just that shot.
Oh,
Whoever
yeah.
the cinematographer is, shout out to the cinematographer. That is reality TV, like view, like shot of the year. Because you could literally see Iris and Jeremiah, and then she's like,
Man,
Then she
But I
got up
felt
and
really
wiped her
bad for her.
tears.
I did feel bad for her. Like, she really liked him.
yes.
And then
even if she's
America just
crazy,
ripped them apart.
We don't like that.
Yeah.
like,
it was good to break them up, though.
So, question,
was
do
right.
you think if America did not break them up, that they would still be together now?
yes.
With the bombshell
Yeah.
in there?
Yeah, with everything that's like the
Jeremiah-
bombshells and everything, like,
Yeah.
you think they would still be together?
He doesn't speak
Yeah.
up for himself enough.
He doesn't.
Right.
He
keeps
would
not
have let
gonna
it keep
leave her.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why we had to like step in.
Yeah, we had to step
Ace
in.
and the
'cause-
rest of America. But
Oh.
Ace and
I don't
Nick.
know. That's why I
Brad.
feel like, you know, it kind of sucks because half of us like did it just being like messy. But I mean,
Mhm.
she obviously was showing signs like she didn't, I mean, like everything was justified after the fact. Like when you see the way that she reacted, it's like, yeah, you shouldn't be dating him because you don't treat him right. And he's not innocent, but you are also not right. And so maybe y'all are just toxic together.
You shouldn't even wanna
And
do
I'm glad
something
that
like
it ended
that.
when it did instead of getting further, and it would have been a worse blow up. But I mean, our motives, or at least mine, weren't like totally wholesome. Truthfully, I was being like a little messy when I voted, and I feel
For
like
sure.
bad that her pain was as a result of my like love for reality TV.
And that-
But I'm glad that she's coming out better, and I still do think it was the right decision. I just wish my motives were pure. But what do you guys think about my girl Megan Thee Stallion? The budget was up.
the budget was
budget was
all the way
up.
up. Like, the
challenge
fact that
was
they had Megan Thee
hilarious.
Stallion is crazy. Like, what?
Yes.
You know why
And she
that
was
budget
there
was
to
up?
promote her swimwear.
Oh, yes.
Why?
Because of what?
Yeah, season 6.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. They got a spinoff. We got money.
Man, what? Spinoff? What?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I think Meg Thee Stallion was good because the fans were starting to go kind of crazy. And so then she came on there like, these are real people, y'all. Like,
Yes, I love that she like
please.
said that like
Yeah.
everybody's let's simmer down.
Simmer down, but it's just a show. Like,
Yeah.
these new fans,
Yeah.
like, whoa, it's
They're
just a
doing-
show.
they're in Huda's baby daddy DMs. Like,
You don't even know her, bro. You've never met.
yeah.
You don't know her.
They're like being scary.
Yeah.
They got the
Doing
hate
the
waiting
most.
for her in her pictures. Even
That's
after
why
months
I
ago,
feel
they
bad
was
for her.
like,
Like whenever she leaves, it's not gonna be good.
They call it, what
Yeah.
is it? That parasocial kind of
yeah,
like.
Mhm.
it's like,
Yeah.
what happened to just enjoying the show and like
Right.
agreeing, disagreeing, but kick it with your friends. You don't have to leave hate.
Right.
That's
But I think them bringing Megan, it was a nice breath of fresh air. Like she brought the vibes. Yes. Yeah.
Only
Yeah.
the
Boys
hot girl
twerking.
coach.
Yes.
Only the hot girl coach could get the
Yes.
men to turn around and
And
give their
twerk.
best, throw their whole back into it. Only one girl. And I feel like she literally has the kind of vibe and energy that can revive a villa after the past like dark
Yeah.
days that we had.
Mhm.
And I feel like I was starting to think this isn't even fun anymore. Like this girl is genuinely miserable. Like I'm not
scared.
having a fun
Yeah.
time watching.
Yeah.
And then
The
our
villa
queen
miserable.
comes in and says, "Twerk for me, dolls."
Who's the best twerker?
Man,
Yeah, and
Huda
everyone's
got
happy.
up there.
She
was
showed
showing
the
her
moves
skills.
from the
Yeah.
nighttime ballerina.
So what do y'all think is gonna happen like moving forward? Like I guess predictions. We're going into Costa. Do
Honestly-
you think people are gonna stay loyal? Is Sierra gonna be okay? Like what's going on? Okay.
All my clients will be okay if they were to leave the villa tonight. All my clients would be taken care of.
Right.
But we
is
want
Nick
them to
gonna hurt her?
stay. But she was talking to TJ like she wasn't even really
Yeah.
tripping.
I
So
don't think Sierra can be hurt.
what Megan say? Guess we both ain't.
But I don't even know what's gonna happen. Like I feel like anything can happen at this point. Like nobody's for sure like locked in.
I feel like this has been a good season so far. I'm glad it surpassed my expectations. I feel like whenever we get episodes or weeks 3 through 6 or 7, we should come back. 4 through 6 and 7, we should come back, do Love Island USA Part 2. And we should do it live stream it.
Live.
Can you guys handle that kind of criticism?
I don't think so.
But I thought you guys did great. This was awesome.
Thank you.
It's definitely giving y'all be walking around with badges, police badges. It's Saturday night and you skipped after some. We know you skipped it, but you found your way here. And we're so glad that you did. Thank you guys for listening. We really appreciate it. Adios. Everyone say bye.
Bye.